Hello everyone, it's Menenberg again, and in this video we're going to explore the next point on the long essay question rubric. If you haven't seen the previous videos, we talked about how to break down an LEQ prompt, we talked about where it fits in the overall AP exam, and we talked a little bit about structuring that long essay question. In our last video, we walked you through how to write a good thesis statement and why the thesis statement is the most important point on that rubric. In this video, we're dealing with the next point, contextualization. That's right, my friends, contextualization. A word you may or may not be familiar with. You've probably seen the word context. It's not too unfamiliar in that sense. And so in this video, we're going to explore what that looks like on the LEQ. Remember, the thesis and the contextualization are identical on the LEQ as they are on the DBQ. So if you're watching this, just remember, if you get this really well, you're probably going to get it on the DBQ as well. All right, first, I recommend making this the first part of your essay. Now, it doesn't have to be. As you're looking at that rubric, you probably didn't see anything in there about where it's going to be. In fact, you can sprinkle contextualization all over that essay, and they're probably going to find it and give you a point for it. I'm suggesting you put it at the front end just so you know that it checks off the box. But beyond that, it follows a little better flow in terms of your organization. I'm an English teacher, so I do like a little bit of logic. I do like a little bit of consistency in terms of where we're going in our writing, and this is going to help you do that. So put it at the front. It also is going to be able to set up your argument by explaining, again, this is directly from the rubric, the broader historical events, developments, or processes immediately relevant to the question. Okay, what does that mean? I'll tell you in a second. In other words, tell us about the world in which the prompt lives. What is going on? You should include actual events, details, specific details, and you want to lead the reader to your claim. This is why I suggest putting the claim right at the end of the contextualization. When I say claim, same word as thesis, okay, same idea. So contextualization, thesis, one paragraph, first paragraph, okay? Again, do you have to put it up there? No, but it's a really, really good idea to do that. Essentially what you're doing is you're painting a picture for the reader of what is going on in the world of the prompt, okay? Should take about 3 to 5 sentences. There's nothing in that rubric that says how long it has to be, but look, I've seen short ones and I've seen really long ones. Somewhere in between is 3 to 5 sentences. That's probably the happy place. Let's settle there, okay? All right, so what is contextualization? What is it? It is this. Now, if you can't tell or can't read that, that is the rolling famous credits from all the Star Wars movies. Now, that's copywritten, so we'll hopefully not get in trouble with Disney, but what we're doing here, and if you haven't seen the Star Wars movies, what this is a bunch of details about the world that exists that we at the start of the movie. So in other words, here's what's going on in the galaxy far, far away, and now here we go into the movie. This helps the viewer, likewise it helps the reader, helps the viewer understand what's going on right before the movie. Otherwise you might be lost. You're not just getting thrown into the movie. You're getting some setup. That's what contextualization is. It is the setup, okay? So to earn this point, the essay must accurately describe a context relevant to the topic of the prompt. So to do that, you might want to include time period, location, theme, specific groups of people and societies, specific events, and again, consider staying in the context of the time period immediately before, and I mean immediately, like within decades of the events of the prompt, okay? And that is going to help you answer the question of how did we get to the world of the prompt. I look at it this way. Imagine a large funnel, okay, like, you know, a funnel. Contextualization starts broad at the top, and then it goes down, down, down to the bottom where it's narrow, and narrow is the thesis, right? The thesis is very specific. In that funnel, you are going to include details, and you are going to be very specific about it. You're telling us what's going on. Think about any time you've ever told a friend a story, right? You don't just jump into the story. You set it up. Who are you with? Where are you? What are you about to do? How did you get there? That is the context, right? Because that helps us, the listener, the friend, understand the parameters of which you're operating. That's contextualization. That's exactly what we're trying to do here, okay? You probably, again, need 3 to 5 sentences to do that. It's not just one sentence. It's not just a broad, general, sweeping statement like trade was becoming popular. What does that do? I don't know where that is. I don't know what we're talking about. I don't know who is involved. Come on. You're better than that. So I hope that part is helpful. I hope it's clear. If it's not clear, please let me know through comments. Write questions. Send me your samples. Let me know how I can help and how I can give you feedback on contextualization. Either way, like any part of your writing, it's going to take practice. If you don't get practice writing contextualization, you're not going to likely get that point. Okay? This is one of those easy points to get. It doesn't take a lot of time. It does take a little bit of historical knowledge, and it does take a fundamental understanding of what the prompt is asking you. What I would recommend is you go into your textbook. I would recommend going on AP Classroom. Go elsewhere to maybe your teacher. They will give you prompts. And just write contextualization. Just write samples. Try it out. It'll take you 3 to 5 minutes, no problem. And then you want to crank out a thesis right at the end. People, practice makes perfect. And if you don't do so, you're going to find yourself a little bit more stressed out when it comes to the rest of the essay. The rest of the essay is coming up in our next videos. We're going to talk about evidence points 1 and evidence points 2. Okay, so follow along and the next time. And in between now and then, remember, life is about choices, my friends. We'll see you then.